Hey y'all, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be showing y'all my full and entire brow routine. These are my brows before. You can barely even tell that my brows are like completed. There's hair like growing down to my face now, and it's definitely time to do them. So the first step that I do is shape them up with a razor, like a little eyebrow face razor, and this one is by Kiss. I usually just get these from the beauty supply, but I will have everything that I'm using in this video linked in the description box with links. So I'm just going to be shaping my eyebrows. I've been doing my brows for some years now, so I kind of know how I like them to look. The one tip that I can say is when you're using one of these razors to pull your skin taut and then start shaving with it. I don't use anything on my skin. I kind of just do it dry, but make sure you're pulling your skin taut so you're not nicking yourself. So every few times that I take some hair off, I brush through them with a spoolie, make sure everything's looking good, and I make sure to get the center of my brow, the hairs in the middle of my brow as well. This is kind of like personal to you how you like them, but I like to keep my eyebrows pretty thick with a little bit of arch. I usually take most of my hair off the bottom. So the next step is tinting, and this step is optional, but it gives you a nice like no makeup brow, like when you don't want to have any makeup on. So I'm going to be using this men's beer tint that I will have linked below, and I'm mixing it up. I follow the directions on the box. I mix equal parts of the developer and the color, mix it up on a little plastic thing, and I'm using a small brush. This is like an eye brush like to use for the inner corner, and I'm just using it because it's really precise and small. So when applying this product, I start at the ends of my eyebrows on the backs, not on the inside, but on the end, the tails of my eyebrows, because when it starts developing, the part that it's been on the longest is going to be the darkest. So you don't want to start at the front of your brows because you don't want the front of your brows to be super dark. So I'm working this all throughout the middle to ends of my eyebrows first. I'm blending it in. This will tint your skin for like the first day, so I make sure to get it super precise, but we're mainly trying to get the actual eyebrow hairs tinted. And this color that I'm using, I'm pretty sure is like the darkest brown or a black. I recommend like a darkest brown, even if you have like super dark hair like me. My hair is not black, it's super dark brown. Black is just like too strong, so I think this is a black, and I don't leave it on super long. But once you make your way to the front, I pretty much have no product on my hair. No product on my brush, and I'm just feathering the front. So at this point, I'm not really like wiping too hard with the brush. I'm just feathering the hairs very lightly, not dragging it, and I don't really have that much product on. And right now I'm just trying to like get the product on my hair, not as much on my skin, because I don't want it to be blocky in the front. And you do want to be super precise. So I'm gonna let this sit on my eyebrows for about 5 minutes. I usually do 3 to 5 minutes. Since this is a darker color, I do closer to 3 minutes. And this is just kind of what it looks like. It'll start developing and getting darker on your face, and you know that it's working. And just be careful with this product. You don't want to get it on your eyes. Definitely don't want to get it all over your skin. So just be careful, read the instructions. Before the 5 minutes is up, I do like to wipe the front if I notice they're just getting like a little too blocky. I don't want that to develop super dark because my eyebrows naturally are not super dark in the front. All right, so it's been just about 5 minutes, and I'm taking a makeup wipe to wipe the product off really well. You can take a damp cloth, a makeup wipe, or just wash your eyebrows with your face cleanser. And I'm making sure to wipe all of the product off. We don't want anything left to irritate our skin. Also with this product, I would recommend, if you've never done this before, it'll tell you to do this on the box, but do a swatch test on your skin just to make sure it does not irritate you. I highly recommend doing that. It will only take 5 minutes. And then you just have to like let it sit over 24 hours to make sure, because some people are allergic to dye, so you don't want to accidentally have tiny red bumps all over your eyebrows. So just make sure you do a swatch test before you use a product like this. So I'm wiping my eyebrows really well, and you can see like the difference is astronomical. I actually have like nicely done eyebrows, and this is how I like my eyebrows to be, like with a no makeup look. No makeup, just wake up and go kind of eyebrows. And I think this makes like all the difference just on a day-to-day basis. This is what they looked like before, if you needed a reminder, just like not defined, and of course they weren't cleaned up. And this is what they look like after. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna be showing y'all is how I fill in my eyebrows. So I'm gonna be taking an eyebrow pencil. This is by Sephora, the Sephora brand eyebrow pencil. I love this brow pencil. I also have a second favorite brow pencil by Morphe, and it's like $5, very great. I have all of that linked in the description. So with the brow pencil, I'm just kind of defining the outline of my brow, not filling it in completely. I'm just defining the outline and adding a little bit of color where it's needed, because like my brows aren't perfect, and if there's any like holes, sometimes I might take out one hair too much and now there's like a hole. So this is what I use the brow pencil for. And any parts that just need a little bit more definition, like at the top, they're not as thick. So wherever you feel like you just need a little bit more color, this is what the brow pencil is for. But I'm not filling in my entire brow with this. I'm not like coloring it in. It's just little touch-ups here and there. And I make sure to spoolie that, brush through them to make the product less harsh, and like blur out the lines if there's any like harsh lines. Okay, and then after the brow pencil, I like to take a brow gel. This can be any kind of like gel that will lay down your hairs. I have curly eyebrows, and so I can't really cut my hair and expect my eyebrow to look the same, because sometimes they're just so curly they just don't know like where to go. So this just tames them a little bit, because I don't like to actually cut my hairs down, because then I get holes in my eyebrows. So this is just the Wow Brow by e.l.f. I also like Maybelline's brow gel. I also sometimes like to use edge control if I'm going for like a super bushy, hairy look. And this also adds a little bit of tint throughout my entire eyebrow, so I don't have to like fill it in with a harsh product like the brow pencil. So the final step is concealer. So you're gonna wanna take a flat brush and put some concealer on the back of your hand and blend it out. We do not want harsh concealer. We don't want blobs of concealer on the brush. We just want like a nice, like barely any product. We want like a residue of concealer. So you see when I touch my skin with the brush, like you don't really see anything harsh, there's no blobs. That's exactly what we want, because we want a light, natural concealer. So I do like to use a little bit of concealer. This step is optional, but it's like the final pop. Like if you just want like that extra little pop, this concealer, adding a little bit of concealer is gonna help, but not too much. We don't want it to be obvious that we are concealing to make our eyebrows pop. We want it to be natural, like we just got them waxed, you know? So this shade of concealer is pretty close to my skin tone. I recommend using like even your foundation shade. It doesn't really need to be much lighter. It doesn't really need to be lighter at all, because we're just adding more contrast to the skin next to our eyebrows. Our eyebrows are already darkened, so it doesn't really need to be that light. So I'm going all over my brow. Again, there's barely any product on my brush, so I don't have to worry about it being too harsh. and adding a little bit of definition, and I really like to add it underneath my eyebrow right there because there's like a shadow and I just want like my entire brow to pop. So then I take a fluffy concealer brush and blend everything out really well, super well. We don't want any halos or any harsh lines or super obvious, and this is just going to blend everything out and make it seamless. And everything's looking so great. So that's like no concealer versus concealer. It's just like one extra pop. So I'm just gonna repeat this on the other side and then we'll be done. I do prefer to fill in my brows with my makeup look. I don't normally fill in my brows when I don't have any makeup on. That's why I like to tint them, because that's like a good no makeup look. So after I finish filling them in, I'm gonna do my entire makeup routine to give you guys the like full effect of my like completely done eyebrows. Alright y'all, and this is the finished look. I'm so happy with my eyebrows. Eyebrows make such a difference on my face. They're soft, not too harsh. Some of my older pictures of what my eyebrows used to look like, I used to fill them in so harshly, but we live and we learn. So this is my finished and full brow routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.